I'm Susan Rivera, Director of Student Affairs here at the Josef Korbel School of International Studies. The Office of Student Affairs does several things. We're the first person you see at orientation. We do the orientation planning for new students. That's really to kind of help prepare you for your program and make sure you're on the right track to graduation. This office also certifies students to graduate. So we do work closely with you. We do a lot of the advising, academic advising. You will be assigned an academic professor who will be your advisor. That's just randomly assigned for orientation. But once you get here and you're in your classes, you can pick and choose your own faculty. That's your choice. So it's a pretty busy office. We have several work studies. We have Colleen Ryan, who is our office manager, and she does a great job. But we like seeing students, so we have an open door policy. We encourage students to come in. Sometimes we joke that we should wear firefighter hats because we put out little fires from time to time too. But it's a great place to work, and we really enjoy the students and seeing them on a daily basis. The most common questions I tend to get in student affairs, the first one usually deals with language. This being an international studies program, obviously we want you to be prepared to go out into the world, so we feel foreign language is really important. So our requirement is you must pass proficiency in a language other than your native language before you can graduate. Some students have already met that requirement. If you had an undergraduate major in a foreign language, you have met the requirement. Now, while a minor doesn't satisfy the requirement, 9 times out of 10, a student who had a minor should be able to take the exam fairly quickly. You're given 3 opportunities during your time here in the program to take the exam. It can only be taken once a quarter, though. And students ask, well, how can I prepare for it? Well, you can certainly take language classes here at DU. They do fall under the flat rate. So if you're taking between 12 and 18 credit hours a quarter, it's covered under your tuition. So many students do that, particularly if they know, and they can be tested to see what level they're at to get started in the classes. So for example, if you've had some basic Japanese, they will give you an exam to help place you into the right class. Other ways you can make proficiency is certainly with Rosetta Stone. That's free to students here at DU. We encourage you to do that. There's absolutely no substitute, though, for being able to practice it on a regular basis. So that kind of leads into the Center for World Language and Culture here now. They do an excellent job of providing free tutoring in many, many different languages. And I understand for next year, Arabic will also be part of that. So it doesn't cost the students anything. There are groups, study groups, to assist with that. And it's just a great opportunity. It's a great tool. Another question I get a lot is about the RA positions here. Most of our permanent faculty are allowed to have a research assistant. Now, there's no tuition waiver that goes with that, but it provides a stipend for students to work closely with a faculty member doing research, and usually it's about 10 hours a week for approximately $15 an hour of pay. And like I said, most of our permanent faculty do have these research assistants. You apply simply by submitting a cover letter and basically your updated CV or resume and sort of list the areas that you have the most interest in. It could be a geographic location, or it could be you're really interested in doing research in human rights or whatever, and we'll help make that match with the right faculty member. It is true that the faculty select these themselves, and often they've kind of got to get to know you. So often they go to second-year students, but they are available. And then finally, the third question I probably get more than anything else is about choosing your classes. Our program has grown a lot over the last few years, and what we usually encourage people to do is, number one, don't panic. We will help you get the classes you need to graduate. The tricky part is there are some classes and some professors that are just incredibly popular, and so you can't always get those your very first quarter here. We do have a wait list. We maintain it internally, and I think we've done a really good job in giving people a priority for a class. If you don't get it this particular quarter, then you are on that wait list, then you will get a priority the next time the class. We actually can do a reservation for you a quarter in advance for a course. And this seems to be making people pretty happy. If you talk to the second-year students here now, for the most part, 9 times out of 10, they do get the classes they want. So it's about being patient and not panicking, and just trusting us to work with you and help you get the classes you want and need to graduate.